Welcome back. You are watching Morning Rush, and thank you so much for making us part of your morning routine every single day. We appreciate hanging out with you from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Now, of course, we are almost towards the end of the program, which also means by now, if you haven't left the house, my friend, you're late. And it's fine. I understand why. I don't know if your boss is going to understand. And if you're in trouble, just tell them I was watching Morning Rush. And they should be watching Morning Rush too, because then they'll understand why you're late. And then they'll also, it's a cycle. But you know what? Whatever it is that you're doing, we hope that you are off to a productive start. And that, of course, the plans that you have set in motion will be fruitful throughout the day. Now, you are in the entertainment segment, curtain raiser to the weekend. And I am sitting down with one of, I think we can safely say, one of the most creative minds that we have in the industry at the moment. He is a video director behind a lot of big name music videos, but also commercial work. We see his work. Sometimes we don't. But if you're on Facebook, you've seen him too. I'm talking about Blaqs, Vusa Blaqs. Yes.
How are you?
Good.
It's Vusa Blaqs.
Vusa Blaqs. I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to say it wrong, so I was like, I'm not going to say it, and then, yeah.
Okay,
how you doing?
let's work together. Vusa Blaqs.
Vusa Blaqs.
Yeah, close.
Okay, it'll do. It's like you trying to say my name. It's fine.
Jumbo.
All right. So how did you find yourself behind the camera?
First I picked it up and put it on the stand.
No kidding me. Do not be a smart aleck.
Okay,
we want your process here.
I've always been attracted to the arts industry through writing, poetry, drama club, music at school. So at some point I felt like I've done everything within the spectrum. What is one thing that can put all my talents together? And that was filmmaking. So that's how it happened. Yeah.
That was a bit of an expensive hobby to pick up, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. But you know, if it's not hard, it's not worth it. Yeah.
Now, your process, of course, hasn't been smooth. You've had ups and downs.
Yeah.
But what for you would you say was the lowest of the low in your career?
In my career, I've never actually thought of that because every moment has been wonderful for me.
How you're a liar,
listen, even when things don't go so well, there's so many lessons to be learned. And
yes, so that low point that taught you a very valuable lesson, what was it?
No, I don't have a really low point. It's been awesome. I loved every moment of it. It's like if I had to diss any part of
No,
my
I don't
life,
want you to diss anything.
Yeah.
I just want you to look at, okay, this was challenging. This was a very big challenge, but it taught me what it taught me, and so I overcame it. So it was a great lesson.
The thing about it is those moments that we perceive to be low moments at that time, actually the greatest moments. So it becomes. I don't like it when people just say, "Oh, that's nice." No, I don't. I want people to say, "That's nice. Did you think about? Did you?" That's for me. That's engaging. So I'd say maybe the times when you think, "Oh, this is so good for him," I'll be like, I didn't really hit my mark.
Right.
Yeah, I need to create a conversation. That's what.
And you do that quite a lot. You create a lot of conversations, especially when we have new videos from you. It's always been the point of sometimes controversy, sometimes talk. You say now that this is something that you definitely want.
Yeah.
But how do you take the feedback in stride? Because it's not always great feedback. How do you take it in stride and say, look, this is supposed to push me forward?
Well, the first thing, I have lots of bosses in my life. The first one is the art, the industry. That's my first boss. Then I've got the client who's the boss as well. The other boss is myself. I have to check myself and see if I'm doing well. So if there's a concern among all those bosses, then that's something I pay attention to. That's how I manage to take even some negative criticism. I look at where it's placing me. As long as people are talking, as long as people are having a conversation about real issues, then it's good. Yeah, we keep going.
Take us behind the scenes, Vusa, of any production. What is the kind of prep work that goes into putting together a great video? Maybe let's start off from conception. What are your processes as the director?
The first thing that must happen is I must like the song. That's the first. That's stage number one. Like the song or see potential in the project. From there, then technically what that means is going through what the song means and what it means in the fabric of society that we're living in. Also, where it can take the artist and where it can take me. And then we create a concept from that, knowing which buttons to press. Like always looking out for where can we create a conversation, where can we get people talking. That is the foundation for the concept that we pick up. Pick up a concept, we write it down, and then we have pre-production meetings. And then we plan a day for the shoot. On the day of the shoot, everyone knows what to do. It's very exciting. You should come.
And I've been to your productions. I
Oh, you
know
have?
the madness that happens. Tell me something.
Yeah.
You said the first point, of course, is you have to like the song. Have you ever just taken a project for the money and not for liking it?
Of course, I'm doing it for the money as well.
No, answer my, have you ever taken a project just because you
Yes.
needed the money, not
Yes.
because you liked the project?
I've listened to a song sometimes and said, it's very interesting. But do I see myself doing it? No. Why would I do it? The money is good. I have kids, so I've done that plenty of times before. And I think it comes with the maturity not to always be like, hey, I'm the artist, I do what resonates with me.
Right.
Sometimes it's about for the greater good.
Right.
You
And then the reverse also, I'll also reverse that question. Have you ever taken a project simply because you liked it, and even though it couldn't pay you?
Yes. Many times.
Many times?
Many times. The first video I did with EXQ, it wasn't anything to do with business. It was, I loved the song. I liked the energy between EXQ and Amara. I liked where the project was going. So I said, let's do it. Whatever it is, let's do it. Yeah.
Now, how do you find that balance in saying, look, yes, there are times when I'm taking something just for the payment, but then there are also times when I'm taking it for the passion. As creatives, we tend to fall on one side, and sometimes your passion can get carried away and you forget that you need to pay bills. How do you find that level-headed space that says, look, I have to find a way to make things work and balance them out?
The bank balance speaks first. Don't get me wrong. I love the art. I love everything. But, if I've seen myself doing 3-4 projects without that much of a profit that I'm expecting, then I know it's going to ripple down to my kids. And that's not nice. So, then I have to balance things out. It comes with knowing your priorities and for that particular time and knowing where you want to go as a person. So, it's easy, actually. Yeah.
How's your mental health, Vusa?
My mental health, I think right now I'm in a very good space. Yeah. From learning from a few mistakes that happened in the past, just like everyone else. So you take time to actually reflect and think about where you want to go and if the space that you're in is conducive for your growth and even for your peace and well-being, and then you make a decision from there. So that's where I am right now.
And of course, it is like you're saying. Right now, you're in a good space. It's always it's always work in progress. And what are some of the little things that you do, maybe on a day-to-day, that kind of help you center yourself and keep yourself in this good space that you're in?
Some of them I can't say them on TV.
Say the PG ones, Vusa. You should know better by now.
No, there's nothing above PJs. I live in a very nice house which has a nice garden and a nice dog, and I find that the times that I spend by myself and, collecting thoughts and mapping a way forward are the most important times. And I make sure that every day that happens. Every day. I used to do it for an hour, but now, it's less need. And I do yoga as well sometimes.
You do?
Yeah, I do yoga. I like walking. Walking is nice. Yeah, a leisurely walk, not like those, I want to lose 15 pounds. No, just walking and looking around, seeing people, seeing trees,
Do you go with your camera everywhere you go?
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's your best friend.
Everywhere. That's my bestie. Yeah.
And what can be done to see positive progress in the space that we're in?
Oh man, that's a long one. I hope you've got 10 minutes for it.
No, I don't.
Okay.
2 things, just 2 things. Your top 2 things.
Awareness. I think, let me just say, the government needs to be aware of the power that creatives have when they are unleashed in their free space and they can and they feel a sense of national pride. You see
That's
how
number one. Number two.
yeah, that's it. That's the one thing.
That's the one thing.
Yeah, it conducive space for creatives to function. That's the one thing, with enough, obviously, administrative support and just being in the national agenda. Basically, we are actually contributing so much to beauty of the image of the country out there.
Okay, Vusa, you've talked too much. Say bye to everybody.
Goodbye. Where are they? Where are you guys?
They're
Oh, they're over
watching
there.
you. Vusa, thank you so much for being a part of Morning Rush every single morning, Monday to Friday. Of course, today it is Thursday, the curtain raiser to the weekend. We'll see you again tomorrow, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. We're done.